So you really didn't know Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Derek Carr's deal was coming? Haters will never shut up, but they're going to have to go sit down somewhere now. Every year it's, the Raiders don't want Carr anymore. They're going to trade him. The team isn't committed to him. Then Dave Ziegler was named the new GM, and it was, he really seems non-committal toward Carr. That one really made me laugh because Raider insider Vic Tafur told Raider Nation Mark Davis was going to make the decision on Carr, then hire his next head coach and GM accordingly. No one but Davis, who had Carr picked in 2014, was going to make that decision. So he hires offensive mind Josh Daniels as head coach and Dave Ziegler as GM. Carr fits McDaniels' offense well, so he didn't even bother to interview with anyone else. He and Ziegler considered trading for Carr when they were with the New England Patriots. So Davis and the Raiders were already committed to Carr.
Yeah, look, first off, hiring someone like this tells me they're committed to Derek Carr, at least for the short term, because Josh McDaniels, we know he is, a very good offensive mind, but not just for the quarterback, but for other players. So when he has pieces like Josh Jacobs and Darren Waller, somebody who could create an offense that can compete with the Chiefs, that can compete with the Chargers and the pieces that they have. But also just being around this team a lot this year and just all of the fissures that happen in this building. Owner Mark Davis, he really wants to unite the building. And that's where Josh McDaniels, and I think that's where the big question is going to be. Will he learn from what he did in Denver? Everyone you speak to says, yes, he's grown a lot. He understands some of the fractures that he built in that building organizationally and in the locker room. So if he can do all that, Josh McDaniels can really take this team to the ascending heights that they were taking under Rich Bisaccia last year, who was their interim coach, of course, after John Gruden.
I'm telling you, the fit is there. So why wouldn't they take Carr to build their new team around? That choice had been made already anyway. But the haters ran a marathon with it when Ziegler said we have to see how the pieces fit together. All he really meant was we have to see how much money Carr is looking for and how difficult negotiations will be. Here's a good overall view of the situation right here.
Yeah, I think the Derek Carr piece is so fascinating here because to me, he's a perfect quarterback for Josh McDaniels. Number one thing you want out of a head coach, can he run the organization, make the right hires? That's tough to evaluate from the outside looking in. But number two, you want someone that gives you a schematic advantage, and that's Josh McDaniels. The defining aspect to Josh McDaniels and his offense is that they will adapt and that they will change week to week. That means you need to have well-coached players, you need to have intelligent players, and you need to have a quarterback that can go with the punches week after week. It's not going to be the same Raiders offense that we saw in the past, which was really a ball control power type of group that was often very similar week to week under John Gruden. With McDaniels, it's going to change. And I think Derek Carr is the perfect quarterback for that. So good at the line of scrimmage, so smart, still in his athletic prime. I just wonder, with all the love that they're showing Derek Carr in terms of some of the reports we've heard, will they show that love at the negotiating table? Derek Carr is entering the final year of his contract, and you can say that he's our quarterback, but I think Derek Carr might be looking for a financial reason to believe that he's their quarterback long term. So that's just something to watch out for throughout the offseason.
But now, Ziegler has been in place long enough to at least reach out to Carr's camp and feels confident about getting a deal done. Hence, we get the story from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport that the Raiders are ready to commit to Carr and sign him to an extension. It says here, for years it appeared Derek Carr's future with the Raiders was in doubt. Whenever former coach John Gruden had the opportunity to fully support him, he often left it open. With new coach Josh McDaniels and general manager Dave Ziegler officially on board, Carr is finally set to receive the support that has eluded him. Sources say the Raiders are moving forward with Carr at QB and prepared to discuss a contract extension that would keep him in Las Vegas for the foreseeable future. Carr has 1 year left on his contract, making nearly $20 million. For weeks, as the Raiders searched for a coach, Carr mulled his future with both sides left to make a mutual decision about what would come next. Sources say Carr's top choice for a new coach was actually the one the team hired. In the past, McDaniels and Ziegler's affection for the three-time Pro Bowler led them to consider trading for him. The haters are gonna hate, but like I said before, y'all need to go sit down somewhere. I showed you in videos a while ago where Davis was going to make a decision on Carr first, then he was going to choose his GM and head coach accordingly. Then when Ziegler and McDaniel, who tried to trade for Carr while in New England were brought on board, haters still didn't want to believe it. But barring the unforeseen in contract negotiations, Carr will remain a Raider. And I can't wait to see how this all shakes out next season. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.